Well, I have come to the conclusion that this was a stupid idea. Welcome to Simpler Living PEI, everybody, on an absolutely miserable day. Well, I left early. The plan was to get the little bit of shopping, because we literally need like 5 things this afternoon. Check the weather network, and we're going from 2 degrees with a wind chill of -2 Celsius, by the way, to -14 late this afternoon, this evening, with a wind chill of anywhere from -20 to -24, depending on where you are. Well, it took me on a 25-minute drive, the way I drive, of course, about 40 minutes to get to the superstore. But yeah, it's gonna be a harrowing drive home. So I'm gonna get in there, get what I need, get out and get home. And we actually have 2 stops to make, but the other one's just Shoppers Drug Mart, so right close by. I'm gonna go get this shopping done, and I'll see you guys when I get home. 1 store down. I forgot to put the hood back on my coat after I washed it, because it smelled like smoke. Whew, from the Jack Frost Festival. Okay, 1 more stop and then home. And in case you're wondering, it's snowing more. Oops. I stopped for a minute because I did have to show you how pretty this is. So I am quite literally about 2 minutes from home, but it was really nice and there was no cars. It's really pretty. But that picture, this picture, I was stopped at the time, just so you know. But we play a little game in Canada called Where Are the Lines? Pretty much you just follow the tracks from the car in front of you. So, all right, let me get home and I'll show you what we got. I made it home. Took me 45 minutes to get home. I drove about 60 to 65 kilometers all the way. And believe it or not, here the big fluffy stuff is just starting now. That wasn't a fun drive. Next time, don't just read the weather station, actually check the radar. Just saying. But let's see what I got. So I put everything on the freezer. So we went to Shoppers Drug Mart and the Superstore, okay? So Shoppers Drug Mart had butter on sale, $5 a pound, you get it. Eggs on sale, and we only needed a dozen, and we only needed 1 carton of milk this week. Now we did do a tiny shop last week. We got a dozen eggs and a couple cartons of milk. That was about it. Nothing spectacular. And 1 loaf of bread, because it was half price. And it felt fabulous, and it was nice and squishy and soft, and yeah, we grabbed it. So yeah, so this little grocery shop here is a little bit bigger, but there's a couple of extras that were not intended, but I actually went for specific sales, like that butter. So grocery wise at Shoppers Drug Mart were $28.03. Not bad. So the butter, you saved $1.20 a pound on the butter. So when you can get butter on sale, you jump at it. All right, let's check out the Superstore. Now, what I went for at the Superstore were these pork tenderloins. Now, they're just these little ones, but this is perfect for us. This is 4 meals, because there's 2 actual tenderloins in there. But quite frequently, I just cut them into discs. Discs? I don't know how to say that. And we pound them out and we bread them and we turn them into little pork cutlets for sandwiches and things. I also went for cottage cheese, and I went for grapefruit, oranges, lemons, and limes. Now, we are going to play with that actually. A couple things I did not intend were the potato chai focaccia bread. This stuff is fabulous. And look at that. It's like so soft. They had some Lavazza coffee, half price. So that puts these at $4. Well, just shy of $5. $9.44 divided by 2. So I grabbed 2 of them. So basically buy one, get one free. Decaffeinated green tea. Fred and I drink one of these every night. Half price, so it was a little over $3.50. This I had never seen before. My sister, hey Ange, you'd like this. It's extra strong, just regular extra strong black tea. And we also got some sesame buns here, half price. They feel wonderful. And I also grabbed more of those plain meatballs. Oh, and my cheese, because this stuff's an addiction. Now the plan tonight were hamburgers, and I had some other just random buns in the freezer, but they weren't very nice. And I also forgot to take some ground beef out of the freezer. So we're going to use those meatballs, and we're going to make dinner with those and make some burgers and eat the one salad we have in the fridge. We have one salad left. Use that up before next week. And yeah, that was the grocery haul. But at the superstore, check out these savings. All right, I paid $51.91 at the superstore. So basically, I spent $80 today. But the savings at the superstore were $30.61 because of these half-price items that I had bought. Like, that's crazy. Crazy, I'm telling you. All right, so the oranges, the grapefruit, the lemons, and the limes, we're going to play with those tomorrow. So, of course, the video's not over yet. I love marmalade, but I've never made marmalade. Tomorrow, I'm making marmalade. All right, I'm going to put all this stuff away, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Well, everything's put away. Thought I'd try out the new tea. So in case anybody's worried or wondering, this actually has a best before date of July 2024. So when you find deals like these, they're not necessarily expired. They're not being sold right close to the next, the best sell by date, anything like that. But don't forget, these are not expiry dates. This is just best if used by that date. So it might not be quite as intense, anything like that. I mean, don't worry, it's all good. So I'm going to warm my feet up because I stepped through a few puddles during this little travel adventure in the Summerside. And I think I'm going to relax a bit and then prep for our marmalade day tomorrow. I was going to do this tomorrow, but now I want to do it today. Because I really want to know how this is going to come out. So I'm going to try the mandolin first. I'm not 100% sure how this is going to work. But let's give it a shot. Wrong bowl, Tammy. So the way it works is you're supposed to slice them in half first, lengthwise, and then paper thin slices. But I want to see... That might work. Let's give it a try. Ooh. Yeah. All right. I'm going to go get the little handheld thingy for that, so I don't want to cut my fingers off. All right. Because my luck. Woohoo! Look at that. So thanks to Fred for the suggestion, because I honestly didn't think it would work. And then cut the slices into little half-inch pieces. Now the recipe says 1-inch pieces, but I actually like fine marmalade when I do eat it. So I'm hoping that this will work. I'm not too sure how this will work though with the orange, and probably not going to work at all with the grapefruit, but we'll give it a try. All right, I'm gonna finish this lime and then we'll move on to the lemon. All right, now it's time to see if the oranges will go through the mandolin. I do not know. It's the right size. All right, I can barely get the thingy on there though. All right, folks, orange time. Well, mangling it a little bit, but it is working. Okay. Well, this is going to be easy to cut. I'm just going to get in here and lop it up in pieces. All right, I think that's got it. One orange down. Alrighty, one fruit left. Now this one, he will not fit in the mandolin on its own. So we're gonna have to cut this one in half and see if we can get it to go through. Don't know yet. Guess we'll find out. Well, that one's not pretty, but it kind of sort of worked. Talk about juice. Oh my goodness. That is a juicy grapefruit. All right, let me take a look. So this is what the recipe actually says to do, but that is not so easy to do. They're way too thick. So cut these down really well. And put this last chunk back through the mandolin again. There we go. It's not pretty, but it worked. All right, let me give this a fast chop. There we go. All right, let me clean up my mess, guys, and let's start cooking. There we go, guys. All of our citrus, including all the juices in that bowl. 3 cups of water. And now the part most of you are going to go, oh my gosh, 8 cups of sugar. And in case you're wondering, there's almost 8 cups in a 2-kilogram bag. Okay, so we're gonna turn the heat on to medium. Stir all this up. And to be honest with you, I love the colors. I mean, that is just crazy. Look at that. It looks beautiful, doesn't it? So this is going to cook on medium until it starts to boil. It'll take about 3/4 of an hour for this to actually cook. Now the recipe says I should get 6 to 7 250 milliliter jars. So I guess we wait and see. I'll see you when it's ready. All right, so currently the Presto, the electric canner, is warming up because you can use it as a water bath canner and a pressure canner. You've noticed I've changed my shirt. I've got grapefruit juice all over my other shirt. Right now I'm just trying to get as much of this foam out as I can. Now this is a long cooked jam, and I also screwed up the recipe. Not the amounts or anything, just what you put in when. You're actually supposed to cook the fruit in the 3 cups of water first for 45 minutes and then add the sugar. As you can see, that snow, that was just nuts. I mean, crazy nuts. So when I said it literally took me 45 minutes to get home, I was 45 minutes getting home. And I don't think I went faster than 65 kilometers an hour. The highway is 90. And no one passed me but one car. Just one. Yeah. That's how ugly it was. But anyway, as you can see, we did a bit of a cooking adventure, and the final result. There's the final result. Yay! Doesn't that look good? Now, it's a little darker, of course, than commercial made marmalade. They probably use a pectin or something. But this is a long cooked jam, and as I already told you, I don't know why I screwed up the recipe, but I did. I didn't screw up, like I said, amounts or anything like that. And me screwing up the recipe might be why this one has a little bit of a bitter, pithy taste. So you know the white pith that you get in oranges and grapefruits that has that bitter flavor. And the longer it sits, now this has been a couple of days, by the way, since I've done that. And the little bit that was left over I have in the fridge. And the bitterness is slowly going out. So we'll see when I open a jar and see how it comes out. But according to the recipe, which I'm going to link below, you cook all the peels and all the fruit in the water for 3 hours. Then you start adding the sugar, and then you cook it for another hour. I read that recipe, I swear, 4 times. Why did that one detail completely slip out of my head? That's okay. Anyway, guys, that was our little shopping adventure the other day. It is cold. It's yucky. There's a lot more snow outside now. Yeah, I'm totally ready for spring. So anyway, that was our little jam adventure. I didn't show you anything when it came to the canning because we are going to do some water bath canning with that new Presto a little later on. I just wanted to try the recipe, and I thought I'd show you the recipe. So yeah, shopping the other day, not a lot we needed, a couple extras, but it worked out well. Have a great day, everyone, and we will see you next time as we do our simpler life here on PEI. Bye for now. Yuki, you gonna say goodbye?